Hey guys, welcome back to Daily Weekly Builds. Now, I've just bought my first ever Lego Technic set. Now, it's the first one. Can you believe that? I don't know how many times I'm going to say it's the first one I've ever bought. Because it is in fact the first one I've ever bought. And what set is it, you ask? Well, you might have already known if you've seen one of our most recent videos, because I did actually show it off there. But hey, not everyone watches everything. So, this is it. It's a vehicle. And it has wheels. And it also has a propeller. That's because I have bought, drum roll please, ta-da! Okay, there's a bit of a voice crack and a bit of light reflecting off the box, but there it is, set number 42117. Yes, it's a small set. Okay, I didn't say it was a big one, did I? You got to start small and work your way up, because everyone knows that's just how you do things. So I bought this when I saw it in my local supermarket actually. I thought, do you know what, that's quite a nice set. So I went onto Amazon, where I buy most of my Lego, not a sponsor, but hey, you know, that would be nice. And then I got it for £6, which I thought was an absolute steal. And it's also a 2-in-1, which I didn't know that. I did not know it was a 2-in-1. I mean, I'm only going to build the main configuration, because that's just the one I like more. Yeah, and I think it has a pullback motor, so you can kind of pull it back and it will just, like, you know, drive or go by itself. I think I've seen that. I haven't looked too much into it because I didn't want to spoil the experience for myself. So I'm going to build it up, and then I'm going to share with you guys what I think about Lego Technic, because surely this represents all Lego Technic sets ever released, right? So insert time lapse of build here, and then cut back to me sharing my thoughts / reviewing the product. Yeah. I've just emptied all the parts out, and there's a lot of small parts. I don't organise my, like when I'm building, obviously there's no numbered bags, there was 3 bags. But like, I don't organise things, I just pour it into one and then get building. Although maybe I should have organised this because there's a lot of small parts. Oh, on with the build. Okay, so brief pause. You might have seen me getting up and down. I don't know how quick that showed there, but I thought I lost the piece. There was what, I just opened the box, I took the parts out. There wasn't a piece there. I thought, what? Hold up. Am I actually missing a piece? It wasn't just any old piece. It was one of these, which is the wings, right, for the plane. And you kind of can't build the plane with one wing because I don't think that will fly very well. So I looked around. I thought, what? It's not here. It's not on my desk. It's not in the box. I looked on the floor, I'm sure I couldn't see it. I look around again, I check under everything. I think, is it in the bag? Definitely not. I look on the floor again, there it was. Panic over. Time to build the plane. Just quickly editing this video, guys. I've just finished filming it, but I noticed something. The instructions included in the box are only the ones for the main plane, the one on the front of the box. Although it's a 2-in-1, the alternate build, which it does show you a picture of on the back of the box, those instructions are only available on the instructions website, which I thought was interesting because it markets this as a 2-in-1 set. Obviously you can only build one at a time with the parts, just like creators do, but the instructions aren't included for both models, only one of them, which I think is a little disappointing, but I guess it saves on the paper. Well, I've finally finished building it, and I have to say, that took so much longer than I thought it would. That set was aged 7+. Now, if a 7-year-old can build that, I will be impressed. I'm 21 and I struggled with it, but here it is. So much goes into this. I am very... There's so much packed in here, And I did have trouble with just a little bit of the gears. One of them just kind of fell loose and it was very difficult to put it back in place, but I really like it. It's also bigger than I thought. I don't know, I just thought it'd be a bit smaller than this, but it's a great size, and it's, you know, very swooshable, like, I don't know, I imagine it's got guns on there for some reason, because kids like guns. But it's supposed to be a race plane. Loop King. It was interesting putting the stickers over some of these Technic pieces, because obviously they already have like little grooves and indents in, and you kind of cover some of them up with the stickers, so that's interesting, but they all go on there very nicely, and there's not too many. The most annoying ones are probably the stickers to go on the propeller, which obviously might spin a bit better if I loosened it up, but it wasn't a pullback motor like I thought. As you can see, move the wheels and so does the propeller go. So that's nice, although obviously the propeller wouldn't be going while the plane is like driving along the ground, but it's a nice detail nonetheless, especially for a set this small and this cheap. To have that cool little function is amazing. And you can see obviously just through the top there some of the gears moving, and then you can also lift up these side panels, which do feel a little flimsy when you lift them up. Like, yeah, it can just come off like that, but it's shown in the last page of the instructions that it can come up, and then you can just kind of see more of the gear detail in there, if I can get it to focus. But yeah, you get the gist of it. I mean, I take my time when I'm building Lego. I don't rush. Maybe I'm a little on the slow side, but I'm embarrassed to admit how long this took to build. Let's just say I've been sitting here for a long time, much longer than this video. In fact, the speed build section is really long. Well, the pure builds, but you know, the speed build section will still probably be quite long. So I might cut that into a separate video if you'd like to see that. But yeah, there's so much that goes into here, so many small pieces. Although, you know, like the wings, like, yeah, you can bend it a little bit, but there's a lot of connections. Pretty much nearly every connection point you can think of, there is a connection in there to make it secure. And the only kind of system brick-based building really comes in right at the end, where obviously if you can just see in there, it's only held together by one stud, but everything's kind of snug. It's not really going to fall apart. It's got good clutch power there. But it's just this bit. It's amazing how, I mean, it's not conventional, obviously, that you can see. I mean, it's all totally legal. Everything makes sense, but it's just like, wow. Things I haven't seen either at all or in a long time. I mean, I'm sure I've seen this before, but it's just how they get that symmetry in there to make everything fit inside the gap. It's amazing. Oh, if I can hook it back on there now. Where is it? There it is. Now, the only thing I wish this set could have done, but I guess I don't know how or where, but if the wheels were retractable or at least removable a bit easier. But I understand, since especially the front two, you know, you kind of need them to move the propeller, which again is a nice touch. But if you could just kind of fold them backwards just a bit, so obviously when you're flying you don't have your wheels out. The back one isn't too bad because it kind of is quite, you know, out the way anyway, but these front two stick out quite a lot. So if there was a way to get them just folded back or just out the way, then that would have made the set much better. Overall, I'm really happy with it, actually. I'm so glad I bought it. I do really like it. It just makes me feel like a kid again. Even though as a kid, well, I definitely would have struggled building this because I struggled now. I don't know if I will be buying Technic sets again. Probably won't get any of the bigger stuff, but if there's more smaller sets like this one, then I might check them out. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm just going to play with this just a little bit because it's too fun. But bye. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time.